Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play. This time it's CSI 3 Dimensions of Murder. I had to choose this game because the first CSI game that I'm already doing an LP of doesn't work with the cutscenes, and sometimes the characters, animated characters, will just disappear. I mean, all you can see is a big white square where the characters are supposed to be. So I'm going straight over to 3 Dimensions of Murder. I haven't done I haven't tested the game on Windows 7 yet, so this will be interesting. So let's start the new game. Play training level? Yeah, why not? Helps both me and you guys to get to know the whole setup of things. Well, if you hear
Welcome to the CSI Las Vegas Intern Training Program.
Thank you.
This course will help you prepare for actual field work by teaching you how to navigate your environment, collect and process evidence, use the lab equipment, question suspects, and get information from your fellow CSIs. To exit the training, click the options icon on the lower right at any time. This is the CSI morgue. Al Robbins will always be here to help you conduct the post-mortem examination for any investigation that has a victim. For now, we will use the objects on his table to show you how to examine evidence and how to use your forensic tools. To scan the table area, you can move your mouse cursor over the left or right edges of the screen. To examine potential evidence, move your pointer over any of the objects on the table, see the forward arrow appear, and click to get a close look.
In other words, here you have your mouse cursor. You see the green arrow now on the wastebasket. Click.
While in this view, you can touch the mouse to the edges of the screen to look at the item from different angles. This works for the top, bottom, left and right edges of the screen. Sometimes this will reveal evidence hidden from view. You can also zoom your view in or out using the mouse wheel or by clicking the buttons on the toolbar. Notice the back button on the toolbar indicates that you can return to the previous screen. You can do this by clicking the button itself or right-clicking anywhere on the screen. Try backing up now.
Okay, backing up.
Now let's learn to use the tools. Again, move forward to examine one of the pieces of evidence on the table.
Again, down to this.
When you're close enough to use a forensic tool from your kit, the cursor will change to a tool icon. Clicking when it's visible will bring up the tool menu.
I'm sorry, I thought this was wastebasket, but it is, of course. Looks like paint. What's it called? Paint spanner or something? Paint spanner or something? I can't remember. Anyway, I just zoomed out with the mouse cursor, with the third mouse, aka the mouse wheel. Zooming in again, and you can clearly see there is some smudges here.
Tools are categorized into either collection or detection tools. Rolling the cursor over any of the tools gives you a brief description of its use. For a simple description of each tool, roll the mouse over it and read the tip at the bottom of the screen. For a more detailed description of each tool, click the Tool Hub button. Simply click the right mouse button to back out of the tool menu.
Well, we need detection, since there's clearly something here. It has on wooden surfaces and on polished surfaces. This might be the right one to use.
You can use the fingerprint powder in your detection tool category tab to dust for fingerprints on smooth surfaces like this one. Select the fingerprint powder with a single click. Activate the brush by clicking and dragging over the surface until the print is fully revealed.
Well, duh! Just like in the other CSI games, if you play them. Yeah, I'm, you know. Do I have to get another point of view here or something? Man, what the hell is this? Is it a bug in the game, perhaps? This is the right tool, you know.
Once you have revealed the print using powder, you can collect it with the Adhesive Tape tool. Select Adhesive Tape under the Collection Tools tab. To apply the tape, place it over the fingerprint and click.
Yeah, this is something they added to this game from the previous one, the first one. When you dust for fingerprints, it automatically it automatically picks up the fingerprints. So without you having to do anything. So they put some let you do some extra stuff in this game than the previous one. You have a lot more stuff, point of views. You have wider area of searching and everything else. So here you go, right there, and there you have it.
Evidence you collect is added to your evidence folder and categorized as either trace, documents, or items. Sometimes evidence has even more evidence on it. In these cases, you can apply your tools directly to the evidence from this view. To inspect the item for more evidence, rotate the object in the viewer by touching the mouse to the edges of the screen. If you suspect there may be more evidence on it, bring up the appropriate tool. Be sure to check each item thoroughly. Usually this kind of evidence is hard to see.
Yeah, in this case I don't think you have to do it, not here anyways, since this is already something that you have done yourself, and
The descriptions of the evidence will often update throughout the case, so check them regularly. Click on an evidence icon in the toolbar to review what you know about it. To complete all required tasks in this location, collect the evidence on the table.
Okay, in other words, here we go. You ever see a stray of something that looks like hair?
You can use the tweezers in your Collection Tool tab to collect most small bits of evidence. Select the tweezers with a single click, then pick up the item by clicking directly over it.
I don't know if you guys remember my first LP of CSI. Where the first case was with Grissom, and we found this body on this hotel, and that was a training mission. So getting help from Grissom didn't do much on your review. So also there you also had this piece of cloth right next to the body, with a tiny speck of hair on it. So you use your tweezers to pick it up. So far there's nothing special about that, it's just a piece of what looks like hair. It might be something else, And that's why we have the lab. Okay. Nothing more there. There is something.
You can use the digital camera from your Collection Tool category tab to collect visual evidence, such as bruises or spatter patterns. You can also use it to document important configurations of the crime scene, such as the victim's body position. Select the digital camera with a single click, then left-click to snap the photo.
Okay. That's another thing. That's another piece of collection tool that you didn't have on the first CSI. There's a lot of things they put in this game after they released CSI Miami. I'm not gonna do the CSI Miami because I never liked that show, so I never thought of getting the game. I have about let's see, I have about 5 of the 6 games. The last one will be Fatal Conspiracy. But the 5th game, I can't remember what it's called. In 5th game, I'm gonna order, so I'm gonna do a let's play of that as well. So, continuing on. You can also choose different position to take your photos, like right about here, because you get more the more you have in your view here on your camera, you know, the better, you know, because you get a better picture and view of whatever it might be you take a picture of. So in this case it looks like, I don't know, a tool of some sort scraped into the table. Boy, it's Doc, as he also is called, Doc. He's gonna be pretty pissed when someone ruining his table. And another piece of... here's the watch.
You can use the gloves in your Collection Tool category tab to collect larger pieces of evidence. Select the gloves with a single click, then pick up the item by moving the cursor over it and clicking.
And I'm gonna bet there's something stuck in this watch. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see the mouse cursor is now a tool kit. That's in case there's something more to pick up from the item at the crime scene. So far nothing here. You might be... It's better to be safe than sorry, because there might be some key evidence that you miss if you just, you know, skip it, but it looks clean. Yeah. Doesn't look like there's any sort of fiber or anything stuck between the chains here. Normally that's you can find like a blood drop or a, you know, a piece of hair or a piece of cloth or anything stuck between stuck between here. But so far it looks clean, so let's continue.
You have completed all required tasks in this location.
No, I haven't. I haven't even found the body yet. But okay, like she said, there's nothing more to do here, so... Well, it's better to be safe than sorry. There's nothing more to find here. Okay. Next up, the lab. Let's see if we can find anything of that fingerprint.
This is the CSI lab. Here you can perform analyses of your evidence once you prepare it. First, you will learn to navigate the lab and other environments. From the main view in most rooms, you can touch the mouse to the left and right edges of the screen to look around the room.
Okay, so right in front here you have the fingerprint database. On your
Now
right.
let's review the lab equipment. There are several high-tech workstations, including the computer, the comparison microscope, and the assembly table. Look at your interface bar at the bottom of the screen. It's currently set to display evidence. When you've got a piece of evidence you want to process, just click and drag it to the appropriate workstation to prepare the item. Every workstation has a specific purpose. Next, move your pointer over any of the workstations and click to get a closer look. To complete all required tasks in this location, use the comparison microscope and the laboratory computer to process your newly collected evidence.
Yeah, in the first game, that's when Greg Sanders was still in the lab before he went out in the field. Now it's more your own job just to go around on all the different workstations. Normally, you know, you had Craig. He just picked up the evidence, dropped it on him, and he just told you where to look. Here's the assembly table. Puzzle pieces for the win. I just love those puzzle pieces. Actually, they started with the puzzle, the piece table in CSI Miami. I remember I played that game just I think I completed the whole game, but I remember playing in it, and that was, well, it was different from the other CSI games. The other CSI games, well, the first one, then you had CSI Miami, and then you had CSI 3Dimension Murders. I also tried CSI New York game. It sucked big time. I mean, it was more like pick up everything on the screen. Even I don't know, homeless guy's nose hair, for all I care, just put it back in the lab. And you know, it sucked big time. It was nothing compared to the other CSI games that I played. So, yeah, it's not only a wonder that didn't sell much.
This is the comparison microscope. It's used to enlarge items for comparison. Matching bullet striations is one example.
Yeah, here you might want to use the hair strand.
To activate the microscope, you can drag collected evidence directly onto the panes from your interface bar below.
And here you have the different results from the database. Nope. Does that look like a possible match to you guys? I believe so. Let's check it out.
Very good. The evidence tagging gameplay assist feature helps you identify the process state of your evidence. A gray tag on the evidence icon indicates there is more to learn about it, while a red tag means the evidence has been completely analyzed. Other gameplay assist features can be enabled or disabled from the Game Options menu.
Yeah. In other words, you can choose how you want the game to go. Like more help, or you do more on your own. It all depends. I think it's the difficulty.
This is the laboratory computer. It does database and internet searches for everything from fingerprints to internet addresses. Try it now.
Well, let's have a look on the can. A paint can, of course, was. Search.
Searching the computer for fingerprints, shoe prints, and tire treads will always give you a set of results, but there's no guarantee of a positive match.
That's
You'll
true.
have to visually compare the collected sample to results before you draw your conclusion. Try it now.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Nope. Nope. You see this and this? That's a match.
You have completed all required tasks in this location.
Okay. Let's head to one of my favorite characters in the whole CSI series, Captain Jim Brass.
This is the office of Captain Jim Brass, who works with your team. His job is to do all police procedures you would need, such as get clearance for search warrants or detain suspects to interview. To ask him a question, simply click on it with your pointer.
Did she say click on it? That's not an it, it's a guy. He's cool. Come on.
What's up?
Notice your case file has been updated. This means information has been added to your file on a suspect or victim. View your case file by clicking on the icon in the lower right section of your screen. Click on the case file icon in the bottom right to review the new information.
Okay, this is a case file map with all the evidence and everything, and here is a case file.
The case
Sorry.
file holds a summary of everything you've learned about victims and suspects. You can view each by clicking on their corresponding tabs at the top of the screen. View your evidence trinity by clicking on the Evidence Trinity button. The Evidence Trinity is your guide to measuring progress. You must find evidence that links the suspect to the victim to the crime scene, and the crime scene to the suspect. And you have now completed your CSI apprentice training. Well done.
Thank you.
Feel free to return to this training module at any time to refresh your skills. You may now return to your investigation. Click the Options button on the bottom right of the screen, then click Main Menu.
Okay. Options. Okay, so this is the that's the training part of the game completed. So I'll guess I'll talk to you guys later. We'll be right back after these messages from our non-sponsors.